Take number 8. Here we go. All right, so 19 years. Every April 16th, I celebrate the anniversary of when I injured myself riding a mountain bike in the yard of the house where I grew up. Last year was my first where I did a video version of my reflection. So here we go. Today I'm in Savannah, Georgia, where Emily and I spend most of our time when we aren't on the road between the 8 shops. The transformation that's taken place in my life since April 16th, 2003 is one that I reflect on, and I try to share some insights into my perception of these years for both myself in the future, for those who've been following along these posts over the years, as well as for my new friends and team members that maybe haven't heard the story before. Every year, my reflection takes me to a different place as I try to fully remember and relive the details of the day that I got hurt. The following days in the hospital and when I was in rehabilitation. As well as, the days when I returned home, started driving again, went back to high school and relearned to live my life. Only as someone who uses a wheelchair. If I haven't told you the story before, pretty much I had called up my buddy and he was busy. We were going to go to the skate park and I was in my front yard waiting to go hang out with him, and I went really fast down kind of the slope, gapped over a hole, but I didn't pull up enough, caught my front wheel and went over the bars. So that's the very quick version. But for the majority of these years since that day, I would limit what I would share about my reflection because I really couldn't stand being called inspirational or amazing or any of those things. But as I've gotten older, I'm now 36, I now realize that I should accept and embrace these words from others as a sincere appreciation for what I've gone through, and that this story helps them understand how we can all not only live through the very, very difficult days, but also continue to live brilliantly full, happy lives after significant loss, alongside with all the trauma that comes with that. And I know I'm blessed. I have my hands, I have my head, I still drive a sports car. Though I lost something significant on that April afternoon, I still had more than enough to keep living full speed ahead. After 19 years, I know that even if I didn't have the ability to drive sports cars, or if I had a worse accident, my way of understanding and accepting the world will be one where I would always focus on what I still have. That just seems to be who I am at my core. So along the way, I've realized that most people never learn to celebrate the things, the life, the health that they have today, and that they love to focus, or really enjoy to focus, on what hurts, what is missing, how old they are. How I can't stand when people talk about how old they are, or how little the job or the work that they do pays. I'll simplify this. Some people just love to suffer. And I know that's very controversial to say, but I could reference books, podcasts, activities, all these things that would help anyone who wants to learn how to suffer less. And we all can learn how to suffer less. But that's not the point of this reflection. So I personally choose not to suffer. And that started the moment I fell off that bike. 19 years later, I can still say I never dropped that commitment, which made all the difference. I did choose to see the accident as an end to one chapter, which easily could have just been an end of my book. But I was blessed, and I apparently am supposed to live on, because here I am, maybe even so I could share these words. So, cheers to beginning a new chapter on that day. This approach for me has really paid off and resulted in a life that I could live along with Emily, Ray, our dog, our families, our team of 23 wonderful individuals who allow our company Stump to change people's lives on a daily basis through plants, ceramics, and design, in 6 different cities. So this year's reflection, my conclusion is simply never stop seeking the tools and the people who will help you live your life the way you want to live or be, or yes. So I'll say that again. Never stop finding the tools or seeking the tools and the people who will help you live the life you want to live. The reality is someday this life will pass and nothing or everything will matter. But today is the perfect day. That's why they call it the present. Here it is, the present. So it's a good day to start kicking ass by picking up one or several of the right tools to make life exactly what you want it to be. And tools look in so many different ways. You know, a hammer could be used in many different ways, and people that know how to use a hammer well really can get a lot done in one day. Same with a computer or a phone or a tape measure or a pen or a book. We all have these opportunities, and I think it's real easy for people to forget that there are thousands of tools just waiting for them to reach out to them. So, thank you again for listening, and for those of you who have followed these posts over the years. I love and appreciate all of you, and I'm grateful for all the great times, all the hard times, all the fun chats, all the difficult conversations that I've had with some of you, the sharing of wisdom, the business advice that I've received, and actually now I get to share a lot of that with others, and also all the track time, all the road racing I've gotten to do over the past, I started that about 8 years ago. So cheers, thank you. I'm eager to hopefully spend about another 60 years. I think it would be good. So thank you.